Lesson 11. The Invisible Curriculum. Why Schools Create Workers, Not Wealth Builders. Imagine this as a deep, expansive exploration, as if we're uncovering layers of truth about the world you've known since childhood. The factory origins of modern education. Let's travel back in time. The year is 1890. The Industrial Revolution is transforming the world. Factories need workers, reliable, punctual, compliant workers who can perform specific tasks efficiently. Enter the Prussian model of education, which becomes the blueprint for modern schooling. The system isn't designed to create philosophers or entrepreneurs. It's designed to create human cogs for the industrial machine. Think about the architecture. The bell system conditions you for factory shifts. Rows of desks mirror assembly lines. Standardized tests ensure standardized output. Grades become quality control metrics. This system was brilliant for its time. It took agrarian children and prepared them for industrial jobs. But here's the crucial question. Why are we still running this 19th century operating system in a 21st century world? The 7 Hidden Lessons of Traditional Schooling. My rich dad pointed out what he called the invisible curriculum, the real lessons schools teach regardless of what's in the textbooks. 1. The hierarchy lesson. School teaches you there's always someone above you to please, the teacher, the principal, the school board. This perfectly prepares you for the corporate ladder, where you're always looking upward for approval rather than looking outward for opportunities. 2. The specialization trap. Schools reward narrow expertise. Get an A in math, a B in science, become excellent in one area. This creates brilliant specialists who can't see the interconnected nature of wealth creation. Wealth isn't built through specialization alone, it's built through integration, understanding how money, law, taxes, accounting, and psychology all work together. Wealth is built through specialization alone, it's built through integration, understanding how money, law, taxes, accounting, and psychology all work together. The fear of failure programming. In school, failure is punished. A wrong answer lowers your grade. A failed test goes on your record. This creates risk aversion at a neurological level. Yet every wealthy person I know has failed, often spectacularly, multiple times. They just learned to fail fast, learn, and try again. The school system teaches you to avoid failure. Wealth requires you to embrace it as tuition. 4. The time for money equation. School teaches you to exchange time for rewards. Spend time studying, get a grade. Spend time in class, get credit. This directly programs you for the employee mindset. Trade hours for dollars. The wealthy mindset asks, how can I create systems that generate value while I sleep? 5. The compliance conditioning. Raise your hand to speak. Ask permission to use the bathroom. Follow the schedule. Don't question authority. These patterns create excellent followers and middle managers, but terrible entrepreneurs. Wealth creation requires questioning everything, especially the way things have always been done. 6. The abstract knowledge bias. We learn theories, formulas, historical facts, all valuable, but often disconnected from practical application. We spend years learning algebra, but never learn how compound interest works. We study history, but never learn how economic cycles create wealth opportunities. 7. The single answer mentality. In school, there's usually one right answer. This creates binary thinking: right, wrong, pass, fail. The real world of wealth is filled with probabilities, uncertainties, and multiple possible strategies. It's about making the best decision with incomplete information, a skill never tested in multiple choice exams. The missing financial curriculum. Let's be painfully specific about what schools deliberately leave out. 1. Financial statement literacy. You can graduate from the finest universities without being able to read a balance sheet or income statement. Yet these documents are the report cards of the business world. They tell you who's winning and who's losing. They reveal opportunities invisible to the financially illiterate. 2. Tax strategy education. Schools teach civic duty and that taxes pay for roads in schools. They don't teach that the tax code is the largest book of financial incentives ever written, incentives that overwhelmingly reward business owners and investors while punishing employees. 3. Investment psychology. We're never taught about emotional intelligence around money, how fear and greed drive markets, how to manage risk emotionally, how to think in terms of cash flow rather than capital gains. This missing knowledge causes more financial destruction than any market crash. 4. Legal entity understanding. The difference between personal and corporate liability, how to use legal structures to protect wealth, why the rich own nothing but control everything. This knowledge separates the wealthy from the middle class more dramatically than income ever could. 5. Sales and negotiation. Every transaction in life is a sale, whether you're selling your time to an employer, your idea to investors, or your product to customers. Yet sales is treated as a dirty word in academia, something beneath educated people. This is why so many brilliant people work for less brilliant salespeople. The 2 educational tracks. Understand this. There are 2 parallel educational systems running in our society. Track 1, the formal system, the visible track. Publicly funded, mandatory attendance, measures success by grades and degrees, prepares you for a job, focuses on academic intelligence, teaches you how to work for money. Track 2, the financial education system, the invisible track. Self-funded and voluntary, attended by choice, measures success by cash flow and assets, prepares you for ownership, teaches you how to have money work for you. The tragic reality, most people only complete track 1. They believe their education is finished when they receive their diploma. In truth, their real education, the one that determines their financial destiny, has never even begun. The Great Awakening. The moment of liberation comes when you realize the system isn't broken, it's working exactly as designed. Schools are designed to create employees, taxpayers, and consumers, the 3 roles that keep the economic engine running smoothly. They're not designed to create capital owners, and they're certainly not designed to teach you how to beat the game. This realization isn't cause for anger or blame, it's cause for empowerment. Because once you see the design, you're no longer trapped by it. You become like Neo in the Matrix, seeing the code that creates the reality everyone else takes for granted. Your new assignment. Starting today, you are no longer a passive student in someone else's system. You are the founder, dean, and star pupil of your own financial university. Your curriculum includes core required courses. 1. Financial statement fluency. Learn to read balance sheets and income statements like your favorite novel. 2. Tax code as strategy. Study how money moves through different entities. 3. Investment psychology. Understand your own money emotions and patterns. 4. Sales and influence. Master the art of value exchange. 5. Legal architecture. Learn how wealth is protected and transferred. Your new teachers. Successful entrepreneurs, both their successes and failures. Investment books older than 50 years, the principles don't change. Your own small business attempts, your best classroom, financial statements of companies you admire, market cycles and economic history. Your new classroom. The real estate office, the boardroom, even if you start as an observer, investment seminars, business negotiations, your own home office as you track your assets and liabilities. The ultimate truth. Here's what my rich dad told me that changed everything. In school, you're taught a lesson and then given a test. In life, you're given a test that teaches you a lesson. The traditional education system has the sequence reversed for wealth creation. It wants you to learn everything theoretically before you take any risk. But wealth is built in the opposite direction. You take calculated action, you get immediate feedback, your test, and you learn the real lesson from reality itself. The A students work for the B students, the C students run the companies, and the D students dedicate the buildings. This isn't an accident. It's a pattern that reveals how different types of intelligence are valued in different arenas. Your Declaration of Educational Independence. Today, you graduate from the mindset that someone else